Hey y'all, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And tonight I want to talk a little bit about the Summer Wells case. A few days ago, the TBI did release another statement on Summer Wells's case. And I kind of want to share what they said, kind of discuss a little bit about what it means and where this goes from here. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Summer Wells, as you remember, was 4 years old when she went missing from her Rogersville, Tennessee home on June 15th of 2021. The Criminal Investigation Division Assistant Director Josh Melton, just the other day, he spoke about his emotions surrounding the Summer Wells case. He stated that when he sees the picture of Summer Wells, he sees his own daughter. If my daughter was missing, I'd hope that somebody was out there looking for her. I believe that's a statement that we can all agree with, that we can all say that, we feel that same way. He went on to say, we don't have the evidence in this case to know for sure whether or not Summer was abducted or whether or not she walked away from her home and became lost. He also said it's very important for us, meaning the TBI and the investigators, to not just focus on those two scenarios. So I'm going to stop right here for just a minute. And, when you look across social media and YouTube, news articles, everybody has a theory about what happened. And some of those theories are she was abducted. And some of those theories are she did wander off and get lost and just has not been found. The theories he did not get into in his statement that he gave is along the lines of foul play. When you look at that and the theories that are out there, there is not a direction that's foul play related, that there is not a rabbit hole going down in the Summer Wells case. But what he's saying with this, without coming out and saying it, is right now at this moment, everything is still on the table. They have not taken anything off the table, any theories, any ideas of what may have happened. Another thing that you've seen so far, you've seen throughout the case, and I can promise you you're going to continue to see, you're not going to see anything along the lines of what law enforcement investigators do have. They do have to protect the integrity of their investigation. So they may have stuff that they are not able to release publicly. We see the work that they've put into this case. I know everybody always says law enforcement can do more. Some areas I 100% agree with that, but we have seen the efforts by the men and women in this area looking for Summer Wells. So with all the efforts that has been put in and are ongoing, I've got to believe that they do have something. They just don't have the evidence to prove. Burden of proof is on law enforcement. And that's not always easy to understand. It's not always something that we want to hear or that we like. But at the end of the day, many times it does come down to that. I'm not going to say that's for sure what's going on here in Summer Wells' case, because in all honesty, I don't know. But this is a very real possibility. He did say that the search is still ongoing, and the latest update from the TBI representative said agents are still working the area, hoping to find out what happened to Summer Wells. He said, we continue to focus on ground search efforts. We continue to focus on interviews with people about vehicles that may have traveled throughout the area or technology that could have been used that may give us a lead. Okay, so going back to this, he's telling us all that they are continuing the ground search efforts. And that tells us that, they do have some reason to believe that she will be found on the ground in a ground search, or they wouldn't be putting forth so much effort with that. And let me pull this back up again. The interviews with people about vehicles that may have traveled throughout the area or technology that could have been used to give us a lead. What this is saying to me is they are fully looking at this with the possibility that she may have been abducted. That's why they need to know what vehicles were in the area, any kind of technology in the area that, and we're talking cameras, something along those lines, security cameras, anything that could have got an image of Summer Wells, a direction of travel, a vehicle in the area who may have taken her. That's what they are saying to us right there. He said many people have speculated that they think, or people have speculated what they think has happened in this case. The difficult part of speculation is that if we as investigators speculate and focus our efforts in one direction, we're making a huge mistake. So what he is saying here is they do not have evidence that leads them one direction or another. We all have speculated in this case. I have speculated in this case, but our speculations is not proof. No matter how much we feel we may know the answer, if we don't have the proof, the hard physical proof that proves it, it's just speculation and a theory. And what they're saying is that they focus on just one speculation or theory that there is no proof to. There's another speculation or theory over here that has no proof either that will get ignored, and it is just as likely as the other scenario. So they are having to continue to cover all scenarios and try to find answers in a solid lead that leads them in a direction. It honestly feels like they don't have any direction yet on this case, and that's very unfortunate and makes it even more vital that none of us give up on finding Summer Wells. He did finish by saying the agency plans to keep working on the case as long as it needs to. He said all stones are being turned over. We have some of our most talented agents assigned to this case. We have brought in experts from across the state. We have thrown everything that we know to throw at this case, but we don't have the answers that we need in this case. We're not going to allow this case to sit on a shelf. We will keep working on this case until she is brought home. So guys, again here, he is flat out telling us they don't have any evidence to take them in any real direction. They are still working tirelessly trying to find what happened to Summer Wells and bring this poor little girl home. So let's continue to do everything we can to help them. What he said about, speculations, every YouTube channel, every social media account that covers missing persons cases, just about all of them at some point have come out and talked about Summer Wells. A lot of these push their speculations out, which I normally don't do, but I don't necessarily believe that's a bad thing as long as you're being very clear this is just speculation. The problem is not just with Summer Wells' case, but cases across the nation and even the world, is people will get an idea that they believe they know what happened. That's called a theory. But I think some people have trouble deciphering the difference between a theory and fact and evidence. And I mean, you get people that will argue with you on YouTube or Facebook that they know what happened to this person. You can't tell them any different because they know, and because you don't agree, you're wrong. You ask them, did you get that information to law enforcement? Well, no, I brought it here. If you have information that may help bring a missing person home, please, for the love of God, get that information to law enforcement immediately. Then, if you are more comfortable getting it to another team to back it up, to help do the search, please do so. But get that information to law enforcement. The people that come on YouTube and social media and they tell you, I know what happened to this person, and all they do is talk theories and speculation, never talk to law enforcement or the missing person's family, it's clickbait. They want your attention and your clicks, and they're not doing a single thing to help that person. If you want to help find the missing people, share their story, but share the facts. That is what is needed. Let's continue to do that. And again, if you want to share theories out there, please do. Theories are great. They're a great tool to discuss amongst ourselves to see what all fits with that theory and how possible is it that this theory could be what happened. That is great. That is a good tool to use. Just make sure you let it be known that this is a theory, it's speculation. And if you do have hard facts, physical evidence, immediately get that to law enforcement. Once they have that, or a team has it that follows up and gets in and gets that searched, however that works out. Once that's done, do with it what you will, but get the facts to law enforcement. Don't just jump on social media and get that out there. There's always time for that. There's not always time to bring these missing people home. So let's get that done. Let's make that our priority, and let's keep doing what we do. So guys, with that, our thoughts and prayers will always be with Summer Wells, the family. I know a lot of the theories and speculations center around the family. Are they involved? I don't know. Anybody who says they know for sure they are, that's speculating, they're spreading rumors. They need to stand down and look for hard facts and evidence of this and get that evidence to law enforcement if they find it. So let's continue to keep Summer and her family in our thoughts and prayers and do everything we can to help bring this little girl home. Till next time, you guys stay safe.